Good morning. Coming up here on GMA, the very latest on the mounting questions into President Biden's classified documents investigation after news of even more materials discovered at the president's home. Both sides of the aisle are calling for transparency. Plus, we've got yet another storm. This atmospheric river, the latest, and looks like will be potentially the last for a bit. Some drying coming. I'll have that forecast. And on this Martin Luther King Jr. Day, how some HBCUs are carrying on his legacy with the help of music. You don't want to miss it right here on GMA.
And speaking of the holiday, after the break, a live preview of today's MLK March here in San Antonio. Sarah Costa standing by with everything you need to know if you're headed out there. The largest march in the country, and we're going to be following it live throughout the morning. Also, we're going to be following live anything that pops up on the roadways. We know a lot of people still out and about this morning, a few cars on the road. We're going to check in with Steven and Mike in just a bit.
Let's look out there with live cam. Starting a little humid at 63 degrees, but we're expecting it to shape up to a nice day overall.
Live from KSAT 12. Good morning, San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning and happy Monday. It is January 16th. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us. We saw outside, it was dark out there, but you're bringing all the sunshine in here.
Trying to, but we'll see that later on today. So that's good news. Welcome.
Thank you.
Nice to see you up here.
It's an honor to be here. But the big story today is the MLK March happening at 10 a.m. And one of the big fears, Mike, was that there was going to be too much fog. We've been tracking it through the weekend.
We haven't seen really anything as of yet. There haven't been any reports of it, but that doesn't mean there won't be some forming up in the next couple of hours. So just kind of watch out for that. But then we're going to see more sunshine. There is some humidity out there, like Seth was talking about, but that's going to be trimmed a little bit later on this afternoon. So notice how there's that almost looks a little fuzzy off in the distance. So there is some humidity out there, as we've been talking about. Temperatures are very, very warm. We are at the normal high right now, as opposed to the normal low, which is 41 degrees. 56 Rio Medina, 59 Bernie Stage. Seguin is at 63, Gonzales 61, and visibility 7 miles Pleasanton. So again, a couple of hints of it out there. Not bad. A little bit more around Beeville. Notice how it's starting to try and form up. So we may see some in the next couple of hours. And as far as the allergens, Mountain Cedar, is on the low. Excuse me. I'll get them right. Mountain Cedar's moderate, mold is low, and the updated count's going to be coming out in just a couple of hours at right around 7:30 or so. This morning, temperatures aren't going to be going anywhere. We're going to, because of the cloud cover, because of the humidity out there, we're going to stay steady in the upper 50s, low 60s. And then by noon, 71 degrees, we'll start to see more sunshine. Wind's going to be shifting around to the northwest, and that's going to be in the afternoon. And so that's going to pull in slightly drier air. So it's going to be more comfortable, despite the fact that we are going to be getting up to 78 degrees today, which is 15 above normal. Tomorrow, good looking day, even hotter in the afternoon. Then we have another front moving through here midweek. Maybe going to squeeze out a sprinkle or two, slowly cooler temperatures, and then a better rain chance moves in here by the weekend. Details on that in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Mr. Cavazos, what's up?
Still quiet here over here, Mike. Let's get a quick look around town. 410 at Fredericksburg. Things are moving. Maybe a few more folks out there this early, but remember, it is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, so we do know that folks maybe have this as a holiday, so the roads will be quiet, at least for now. If you are heading downtown or to the east side where we are going to see that big march take place later, just make sure you plan your commute ahead of time. We'll get to those closures a little bit later on in the newscast, but for right now, if you are heading out the door, this is what you can expect. Just a lot of green out there, which is always a good thing to see on the map. If you are traveling into San Antonio, it's the same story. That journey from Bernie on I-10 eastbound looks to be about 24 minutes at this hour. 27, no need to hurry if you're coming in from Boulevardy on 281. And right now, not too well from New Braunfels, 25 minutes on I-35 southbound. So things are in the clear so far as we get it back here, as we get that last look around town. 37 at Fair Avenue. Very quiet right now, but don't forget the big Martin Luther King Jr. March will take place a little bit later today. And we'll have an update on those closures a little later on, guys.
Thank you, Stephen. A huge turnout expected today for the Martin Luther King Jr. March, since it will be the first full in-person march since 2020.
So members of the MLK Commission believe at least 100,000 people are going to make their way to the east side today to honor the life and legacy.
Our Sarah Costa is live on the east side, where the march will kick off at 10 this morning. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning. We are MLK Academy. A lot more action here at 6 o'clock this morning. We have a lot more cars pulling in as we get closer to that 10 a.m. kickoff. There's going to be a lot of people here, like Max said earlier, about 100,000 people. So, of course, they're preparing for security. We just saw a security team here with their drug sniffing dog, making sure the area is safe and clear. Hey, the last time this happened in person was in 2020, where about 300,000 people participated in that march. But this year's theme, Together We Can Be the Dream. So the commission lobbied and received an extra $200,000 from City Council for this year's march. The additional funds were used to improve logistics coordination, upgrade staging, and incorporate more activities. The chairman of the MLK Commission says diversity is the key that makes San Antonio's march stand out from other marches across the country.
As long as we're still around, his dream will continue to exist and to be manifested. But I honestly would say, though, that there are some things that are going on today that Dr. King would truly be disappointed in. So we still have work to do.
The San Antonio MLK March is considered to be one of the largest in the country. The march starts at 10 a.m. from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Academy, located at 3501 MLK Drive. Marchers will head west on MLK Drive to Pittman Sullivan Park. That's located at 1101 Iowa Street. Following the march, there will be a celebration at the park that includes multicultural performances, a health and wellness area, a youth area, food and merchandise vendors, as well as information booths. And coming up in our next half hour, we're going to talk about the free rides and bus services VIA is going to be offering throughout the day. Now, if you are going to head out today, make sure you bring water, you stay hydrated. I know the temperatures will be cool, but this is a long walk from MLK Academy down to Pittman Sullivan Park. It's a straight shot down MLK Drive, but it's about a 3-mile march. So be prepared for that. Wear comfortable shoes. Like we said, things are starting to pick up here at MLK Academy, and we'll see you guys again at 6:30 a.m. Live from the East Side, I'm Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News. Max and Steph.
Thanks, Sarah. And right now on our website, we have everything you need to know if you're planning on going to today's march, including information about the free VIA rides. Just head over to our website at ksat.com and look for these stories on our homepage.
And still to come in our next half hour, how one local woman is keeping marchers hydrated by passing out free bottles of water. As Sarah was saying, it is so important you stay hydrated. It's a long walk, and you're not going to want to miss this woman's story and why she does it. That's ahead on Good Morning San Antonio.
And looking ahead this week, the high-profile trial of an Air Force major accused of the murder of his wife is set to begin. Andre McDonald is facing murder and tampering with evidence charges in this case. And right now, streaming on all our KSAT platforms, an in-depth look at this case. It's called Open Court, the trial of Andre McDonald. We're going to take a look at back when Andreen McDonald disappeared and the search for her, and then the arrest of Andre McDonald. We also get some insight from a local defense attorney about what strategy both the prosecution and defense may have. You can watch this special on KSAT.com, KSAT Plus, or KSAT's YouTube page. Jury selection for Andre McDonald's trial begins tomorrow.
New details this morning in a story we've been following closely. The construction along the St. Mary's Strip and the negative impact it's had on a lot of local businesses.
We have learned another area. The Alta Vista neighborhood is also facing some of these issues. The ongoing construction happening along North Flores from Ashby to Russell is not only impacting neighbors, but the Oscar de la Tienda convenience store. The owner there says they rely heavily on foot traffic.
But the construction project has made that foot traffic nearly non-existent. They're actually at the point where they can hardly pay their bills. Recently, the city of San Antonio approved allocating more than $2 million of federal American Rescue Plan funds for qualifying businesses impacted by the construction around town. Here's the thing. The owner of the store says that store doesn't qualify.
Those are federal monies that are tied to COVID grants, and because we were not open in 2020 or 2019, we don't qualify for that either. We opened in the last quarter of 2021.
The project is expected to be completed this summer.
Other top stories we're following throughout the morning. Republicans ramping up their own investigations into the classified documents found at not only President Biden's home in Delaware, but also his office in Washington, D.C.
This comes one day after the White House announced 5 more pages of classified documents were discovered at his home.
ABC's Jay O'Brien explains.
This morning, congressional Republicans demanding more information about who came and went from President Biden's home in Wilmington, Delaware, after the White House disclosed more classified documents were found at the president's residence. In a letter to the White House, James Comer, the new chair of the House Oversight Committee, asking for the visitors' logs from the president's Wilmington home.
We want to know the visitor logs to the residents. We want to know who had access to the Biden Center for Diplomacy, because this is the same type of investigation that the Democrats were so outraged and launched and demanded happen to President Trump.
And the House Judiciary Committee launching a second investigation into how the Department of Justice handled the Biden documents case. Republicans drawing comparisons to the FBI's raid on former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago this summer and discovery of top secret documents there as well.
We will have a role in overseeing what's transpiring here. What's real concerning to me is how justice is applied, and is it applied equally?
But Democrats pointing out the Biden team handled the classified documents properly, immediately contacting the National Archives after they were discovered, while Trump's lawyers stonewalled federal investigators for months.
Broad cooperation from the president, who clearly takes this very seriously.
The White House says it will cooperate fully with the ongoing special counsel investigation, but it's unclear how they'll respond to those Republican-led probes in the House, which administration officials have already called politically motivated. Jay O'Brien, ABC News, Washington.
Time now 6:10, 63 degrees out.
And still to come, we'll look at some audio earrings made with real pearls. And get this, that actually transmit audio into your ear.
Plus, terror on the runway as 2 airplanes nearly collide. After the break, we're starting to learn what exactly happened.
And let's look out there with a live cam. Kind of humid, but you might want a very light jacket just because of that humidity. Kind of damp out there. We'll be right back. And welcome back at 6:14. Terrifying moments in what experts say could have been the worst aviation disaster in American history.
2 passenger planes nearly crashing into each other on the runway at JFK. And we're hearing the moment that the air traffic controller prevented what could have been a catastrophe.
ABC's Andrea Fujii reports.
The passengers involved in a near T-bone collision at New York's JFK airport say they're still shaken by the close call.
I will never not wear my seatbelt on a plane.
A panicked air traffic controller Friday night noticed an American Airlines plane on the same runway as a Delta plane, which had just been cleared for takeoff.
Delta 1943, cancel takeoff clearance.
The 2 planes missed each other by just 1,000 feet. The Delta pilot slamming on the brakes at 115 miles per hour. Brian Healy was on the Delta flight.
Everyone's torso sort of was thrust forward. I'm just very grateful that the judgment calls that air traffic control made and that our pilot made were the right ones.
The FAA and the NTSB are now investigating, but the air traffic controller was heard telling the American pilot he did not have clearance to be on that runway.
Obviously, there were mistakes made. Human error was involved. So the real key here now is to find out by whom, what were the circumstances, but most importantly, finding ways to put procedures in place to make sure that it never happens again.
American Airlines has not commented on the near miss. In a statement, Delta said, "The safety of our customers and crew is always Delta's #1 priority." More than 150 people were on the Delta flight alone. Experts say the air traffic controller who alerted the pilot should get credit for averting a catastrophe.
This could have been the worst aviation disaster in U.S. history. That guy saved the day. So, kudos to him.
Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
All right, so from the runway to the highway here in San Antonio, there's not too much going out there, right, Stephen?
Nice transition. I like that. Yeah, let's go ahead and switch lanes on over to the roadways. Trying to one-up you there, Max, but you know what? Traffic's been pretty quiet, guys. Not a lot of folks out there this early in the morning, and we know that it is also a holiday, so maybe some of you are enjoying the comforts of sitting on your couch this early. Can't lie, a little jealous there. But let's get you to some information you need to know, especially if you're heading downtown to the east side for the big MLK March. Now, don't forget, that starts at 10, but as we saw from Sarah Acosta's live shot, folks are already making out there. Preparations are well underway. So remember, this does begin at Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Academy along MLK Drive, so we can probably expect to see some road closures out there. Tons of folks are going to be making their way for this march, and they will be marching westward up to Pittman Sullivan Park along Iowa Street. So that stretches about 3 miles. So just make sure that you plan ahead, especially if you thought that would be open for you later. Probably can expect to see those road closures out there, but it's all for a good cause. But let's get it back here on TransGuide 37 at Southeast Military. It's just been quiet so far, so I think a lot of folks may just be taking advantage of the empty roads that we're seeing there. So no big rush right now, guys.
That's right. So I think the big question for the rest of the morning, though, fog. Are we going to see it throughout the parade or the march?
Some of the ingredients are in place. We haven't seen it. There's hints of it. Pleasanton right now, there's just a little bit of reduced visibility. But just kind of keep an eye out for the next couple of hours. But then as the day rolls on, we're going to see a lot more sunshine. And because the march gets underway at 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock this morning. So we'll still have plenty of clouds hanging around here throughout the morning hours. Okay, caption contest. Give me a caption on this picture.
Me first.
Mine.
Mine.
Mine? Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Mine.
What about you?
Just Dance.
What about you? Oh,
they look like they're
one.
just dancing.
I like that. The other ones are yeah.
No regrets for the egrets.
Who invited them?
Ooh, I
don't know. They're
Who invited them?
Anyway, thank you very much for the KSAT Connect picture. Very cool shot there. There you can see some of the clouds off in the distance, and we've got visibility, which is still good everywhere. Uvalde 7 miles at Pleasanton right now, 9 at Hondo. So again, there are hints of fog out there. Not a heck of a lot, though, and we'll just kind of keep an eye out over the course of the next couple of hours. Upper 50s, low 60s around the area. This is our normal high temperature this time of year at 63 degrees. So normal low is 41. We're still in the historically coldest period of the year, the average historically coldest, and dew point temperatures remain very high. So with the cloud cover out there, with this humidity so very high, temperatures aren't going anywhere really. We may fluctuate a degree or so, but pretty much going to stay in here rock solid. And compared to this time yesterday, dew points are up 23 degrees in Hondo, 14 here in town, 18 in Pleasanton. It was much more pleasant yesterday morning, and then of course the humidity started to work its way back on in here. Now throughout the day we will see somewhat of a drop in the humidity. Dew points will be dropping down, a little bit of a wind shift coming in here out of the northwest. Not a huge drop, but better than what it is right now. Then we're going to sort of stay okay as far as the humidity is concerned going into tomorrow. And after that, notice how it does try to come back on in here. We've got another front that's going to move on through here, and this is going to be early on Wednesday, and that's going to knock the humidity down and then start to allow temperatures to get a little bit cooler. So we've got some of the clouds hanging around here right now, and one thing to take a look at in the big picture. Once again, everything is moving just about straight west to east. Big storm system up here to the north of us, and then this one off to the west. And we've got this upper level air pattern with little bit of a roller coaster action, but still nothing is dropping down here from Canada. So we've got this system which will slide by a little too far to the north to do anything. It may touch off a couple of showers by Wednesday morning. That moves on through here. The next one comes on in. This one's going to be a little bit closer moving through on Saturday. So hopefully that gives us some rain around here on Saturday. And again, it's going to keep temperatures coolish, but not bone-chillingly cold. So the forecast today, 71 degrees today at noon, partly cloudy skies. High temperature then is going to make it up to 78. A lot of sunshine out there, slightly lower humidity, a little more comfortable this afternoon. Again, keep an eye out for a patch or two of fog this morning, but it's not bad as of right now. We don't really have anything showing up. Front moves through early on Wednesday, a couple of showers. 81 though tomorrow. It's going to be very, very warm, and then we'll slowly cool off. Low temperatures will be a little more like we would expect this time of year by the end of the week, and then rain on Saturday. Pretty good chance right now, 63 degrees. So Good day to hunker down and watch a movie. Grilled cheese and soup on Saturday.
Good advice.
I love this weather. Don't get me wrong. But how badly do we need the rain?
Oh, true.
Desperately. So far, just since the start of the year, 1/100th of an inch of rain. But then that's on the heels of last year. Wow. So very dry coming on in. So yeah, it's not a good situation. And rain chances, just there's nothing that's jumping off any of the computer models looking like rain. So little bits here and there.
Yeah, maybe something more significant later on.
Yeah, and long, like days of it. So,
Mike, thank you so much. Time now 6:22, 63 degrees out.
And later this morning on Good Morning America, 2 EMS workers in Illinois are facing murder charges after a patient died in their care. That's ahead on GMA beginning at 7.
There's nothing like volunteering at the fire department.
There's nothing like hitting the waves.
But with my moderate to severe eczema, it hasn't always been easy.
Since my skin was so irritated and itchy.
And even worse with all my gear on.
Now I'm staying ahead of my eczema.
There's a power inside all of us to live our passion. And Dupixent works on the inside to help heal your skin from within. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema. So adults can have long-lasting, clearer skin and fast itch relief. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor.
Healing from within is a powerful thing.
Ask your eczema specialist how Dupixent can help heal your skin from within.
Welcome back at 6:25. YouTube is expanding its TV reach. According to the Wall Street Journal, talks are underway with media companies about YouTube featuring its show on ad-supported channels. The move would put it in competition with services like Pluto, Roku, and Tubi.
And it appears Twitter has cut off Tweetbot and other popular apps that are used to scroll through tweets. This cuts off the ability to use Twitter on outside apps, forcing users to actually go to Twitter's own app. Twitter has not yet commented on the move.
And check out these new audio earrings by Nova. They are earbuds made with real pearls. The speakers use directional sound to send audio to your ears while preventing others from hearing what you're listening to. They cost around $750.
That's a hard no for me, dog. But I want to go back to the Tweetbot thing. I didn't even know what that meant, the Tweetbot. So I guess you can use like secondary services to see tweets.
That's what it looks like. I was not aware of it as well.
I love Twitter.
Yeah. I know you do.
Yeah.
You're good at it.
Catch us on Twitter.
Yeah.
Time now, 6:26, 63 degrees out.
And taking a live look at the roads with TransGuide, looking out there at Highway 281 where things are moving. Things have been looking pretty good so far. We're going to be checking in with our Stephen Cavazos very soon.
Together, we can be the dream. That's the theme of this year's MLK March happening today. Good morning, I'm Sarah Acosta. Coming up on GMSA, all the logistics and things you need to know if you plan on heading out.
And taking a live look out of the Alamo City, the sun is not yet up, but the temps are 63 degrees to start your Monday morning. When will the sun come out? What is the rest of the day going to look like? We're going to check in with Mike Osterhage in just a few moments.
Happy Monday. It is January 16th. Thanks for joining us.
And thank you for joining us on this Martin Luther King Jr. Day. There are so many events going on in and around town, especially the east side. We have the special march.
Right. Overall, nice day. It's very humid out there this morning. Sarah had a jacket on. It's kind of that dampish cool, even though it's 63 degrees. And then we're going to warm up a lot today, so you definitely won't need a jacket later on this afternoon. And yeah, kind of a fuzzy look as we're looking from Brook City Base up to the north. So there's plenty of humidity out there. Temperature still stands, again, at 63. That's the normal high this time of year. More than 20 above normal. A lot of humidity. Dew points are running neck and neck with those air temperatures. A little bit of a breeze. That's helping out as far as not seeing a lot of fog form up. We really haven't seen much of anything as of yet. 58 in Bandera, 63 Port SA, 64 at Stinson. Visibility a little bit more down around Beeville, Pleasanton, 7 miles. Same thing, Uvalde, 9 Hondo, but at Rock Springs is now got the lowest visibility, but just at 4 miles, and 10 here at the airport. So we're not seeing any fog as of yet, but just keep an eye out for it in the next couple of hours. Mountain Cedars on the moderate side. Mold is low. The updated count is going to be coming out in about an hour or so. And throughout the rest of today, we've got mostly cloudy skies again. Just be on the lookout for a patch or two of fog, and then more sunshine later on today. Very warm, upper 70s. We are going to get a slight break in the humidity, so that's going to drop somewhat later on this afternoon. It's going to be much more comfortable. So jacket this morning, you won't need it by later on today. Same thing tomorrow. We're going to be even warmer, up in the low 80s tomorrow. Then we have a front moving through on Wednesday. Now, this may squeeze out a couple of showers. Don't get really excited about that. Slightly cooler, kind of a relative term as far as the latter portion of the week. We're still going to be well above normal. Then by the weekend, it's going to be wet and chilly on Saturday with a normal high temperature and an okay chance for rain. Another front moving on through here. All the details in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Stephen, what's going on? Anything?
Nothing yet, Mike. Okay. And that's great. Folks are making their way out around town, but I'm just going to start singing that Vanessa Carlton song, Making My Way Downtown. But, 35 at Evans, if you are making your way downtown, like the song, things aren't too bad right now. You can see both the upper and lower levels there, just a little bit busier, but we know a lot of folks may be heading over to the big march that is taking place over on the east side later this morning, the MLK March. So just prepare for some road closures. And again, we'll have more on that a little bit later. A crash did pop up here along 35. It looks like that could be in the southbound lanes, not far from 410. Doesn't appear to be causing any issues right now, but we'll keep a close eye on it and find out exactly how it's going to impact the commute. But overall, the morning has just been quiet as we get it back here on TransGuide 281 at Jones-Maltzberger. Few more folks out there, guys, but we know that the Martin Luther King Jr. Day holiday could be impacting traffic in a very positive way, where we're really not seeing anything out on the roadways, but we'll keep a close eye on things throughout the morning, guys.
Thank you, Stephen. Together we can dream. That's the theme of this year's MLK March, and the big march kicks off at 10 a.m.
Sarah Costa live at the start of the march. Sarah, it is calm and quiet out there now, but what can people expect later throughout the day?
A lot more people, at least 100,000 people max, will be out here later today. We're at MLK Academy, where that march is going to kick off. A lot of activity already happening in the last 2 hours since we've been here. We saw a lot of student volunteers get here earlier. They're still setting up the stage. Hey, but the last time this march actually happened back in 2020, at least 300,000 people were in attendance. The San Antonio MLK March is considered to be one of the largest in the nation. The march starts at 10 a.m. right here from MLK Academy, located on 3501 MLK Drive. Marchers will head west on Martin Luther King Drive to Pittman Sullivan Park, located at 1101 Iowa Street. Now, following the march, there will be a celebration at the park that includes multicultural performances, a health and wellness area, a youth area, food and merchandise vendors, as well as information booths. Hey, but VIA is going to be offering free bus rides from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. to the march. Freeman Coliseum is one of the pickup areas, and so is St. Philip's College. Passengers will be dropped off on MLK Drive west of Upland Drive. Buses will return passengers to their original pickup locations from noon to 3 p.m. and participants may access return service at Pittman Sullivan Park. Again, that march starting here at 10 a.m. at MLK Academy, and it's going to go straight. The route is a straight shot down MLK Drive to Pittman Sullivan Park, but if you plan on heading out, make sure you get here early. Traffic is going to be pretty backed up in a lot of blocked off streets, like Stephen did mention earlier. Make sure you bring some comfortable shoes and water, because this march is about a 3-mile route. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Sarah. Some participants in San Antonio's annual Martin Luther King Jr. Day March might not get very far without the efforts of one woman.
For more than a decade, Janice Brock has kept marchers hydrated by passing out free bottles of water. As Katrina Weber shows us, she's ready to hit the streets again after 2 years of COVID cancellations.
From the blacktop to the barricades, all signs along Martin Luther King Drive point to a march in the making. Meanwhile, at her Northeast Side home, Janice Brock has been getting ready too, although on short notice.
Turn the TV up and I said, oh, they're doing a march this year. Okay.
Still in holiday mode at the time, she realized a couple of weeks ago that San Antonio's annual King Day March was moving forward. The in-person observance had been on hold due to the pandemic. Brock had to scramble to get on course, collecting more than 1,300 bottles of donated water so far to pass out to participants.
I'm hoping that when I hand them that bottle of water, that they know that somebody cared enough that they came out to help march.
She calls it an act of kindness, something she started more than a decade ago to lead her children by example, to follow those who came before her.
I grew up seeing Dr. Martin Luther King and all the other persons, the freedom riders and stuff, doing what they were doing, and they sacrificed a lot.
Giving her time was her way of helping when she no longer could march herself. Every year she sits in the same spot on MLK toward the beginning of the route. When Brock first started quenching thirst from this corner, she says her mother lived in this home. Now on its second owner since that time, she says she still is made to feel like she's right at home.
They allowed me to come and use their yard, and they told me you never have to ask again. You already know it's yours.
Brock says through her gifts of water, she hopes to create a ripple effect of people showing kindness toward others. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Katrina. Other top stories we're following this morning. A crash in northwest Bexar County ends with one person dead. So this is what we know right now. It happened last night just before 10 p.m. This is the intersection of I-10 and Fair Oaks Parkway. We're told the man was driving too fast, lost control, and rolled over. He was pronounced dead on the way to the hospital.
San Antonio police are left with a lot of questions after a man was shot early this morning. This happened just after 3 at an apartment complex on Braesview near Lock Hill Sema. We're told the victim was rushed to the hospital, and now the search is on for those suspects involved. The impressive downtown expansion, the emphasis on computer science, and of course the football team's success. We are talking about UTSA, the growth and the future of the school.
And at the helm of the school is the president of the university, Dr. Taylor Amy. He joined us live on Leading SA through the weekend, and we discussed a variety of topics related to the university. Of course, big plans in the works. We talked about the immense collaboration with local San Antonio organizations, the success in the athletics department, of course, the football team and head coach Jeff Traylor, and talking about keeping those educated students here in the Alamo City.
We want all of our Roadrunners taking advantage of all the opportunities we have here in San Antonio to work while they go to school with paid internships in particular. And if you can have that program in place for all of our Roadrunners, the chance of keeping these Roadrunners here in San Antonio because they've already got a history of working with a not-for-profit or a company or city government or whatever it is, the opportunities to keep these young people here in San Antonio, which we care about so much, increases dramatically because of this focus that we have on experiential learning. So we're all in on keeping runners here in San Antonio.
And we really have seen UTSA grow exponentially over the years. And it's such an exciting time for the Roadrunners, the downtown expansion, and all the students. We talked about so much more during this conversation. You can find it right now. Just head to ksat.com. And we have Leading SA every Sunday morning. Next Sunday, we actually have one of the heads of the North San Antonio Chamber of Commerce. We're going to talk about jobs and the local economy. So we'll see you back here next Sunday, 8 a.m.
We'll be there.
All right, time now, 6:40, 63 degrees out.
And the stars were out again. It's time for the Critics' Choice Awards. After the break, some of the highlights from the big night.
So just in case you didn't watch hours and hours of football this weekend, the Stars were out in full force last night in Los Angeles for the Critics' Choice Awards.
And it was another big night for Abbott Elementary, Kate Blanchett and Brendan Fraser.
ABC's Will Gans takes a look at some of the biggest moments that everyone's buzzing about.
Brendan Fraser!
Call it the Brennaissance.
You just feel like you're in a dark sea. I want you to know that if you too can have the strength to just get to your feet and go to the light, good things will happen.
The Critics' Choice Awards proving to be a night of powerful speeches. Cheryl Lee Ralph winning Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series for Abbott Elementary.
But when you look in the mirror, you better love what you see. You better love what you see.
And the darling of this award season, Jennifer Coolidge.
For anyone who's sort of given up hope, I hope this gives you inspiration. It's not over till it's over. It's not over till you're dead.
And no one is a better example of that than Ke Huy Quan, Best Supporting Actor for Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I'm going to try real hard to not cry tonight.
And as we look ahead to the Academy Awards, Everything Everywhere All at Once is coming on strong after winning Best Picture and Best Director last night. Oscar nominations will be announced Tuesday of next week. Will Gans, ABC News, New York.
Did you watch any of the...
No, my mom told me about some of it over the phone, so I got a little sneak peek.
That's fair. What about you, Steven? Did you watch any of it?
I like to wait before Academy Award season to catch up on all the movies. And a weekend of it. Tar is one I want to see. The Whale. Yes. I know we've talked about that here on GMSA. And Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Me too.
Need to catch up on that as well. So I'm a little behind this season. But nothing's really keeping folks behind this early in the morning on the roadways. Let's get a quick look around town. 10 at Crossroads. You just can see this is going to be a really short traffic hit, guys. Not a lot out there this early in the morning. We are just seeing maybe a few more folks get the day started with us. But we know that it's a big MLK march that's going to be taking place later today. We'll have more info on the closures that you can expect a little later on. But you can see right now, not a lot out there, just some quiet roadways, maybe just a little bit busier since we last left you guys. But if you plan on maybe heading down to the east side for the march, I would suggest probably get the day started a little bit early. Max is making room for me here at the desk. Thank you, Max. It's been a quiet day on the roadways, but it's been great because we know a lot of folks are going to be making their way to the big march that's taking place a little bit later, around 10 this morning. So just make sure you plan ahead. And remember, MLK Drive to Iowa Street, we're probably going to see those closures out there. No vehicles. We want to make sure the pedestrians can march safely out there. Back to the movies really quick. I was watching The Mummy yesterday. Brendan Fraser.
Great movie.
Yeah.
A great movie. I loved it. Can't believe how far he's come in his career. Wow. Now just
from George of the Jungle.
We were joking about George of the Jungle.
Now, my wife and my son saw The Whale a couple weeks ago. Said it was fantastic. Great movie. Great acting job.
Looks emotional.
And kind of on the depressing side, too.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
But, yeah.
Got to be in the mood for that.
That one I need to see. And then we rewatched Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, nice.
Which
that was
is
a good one.
just about a perfect movie. And the way they did, didn't change anything from the old, and so perfect.
That.
So,
yes, after all these years, too.
Speaking of perfect, look at this picture. Look at this little pup dog up there celebrating her 3rd birthday on the pony.
Cute.
With the birthday hat on the pony.
That's cute. I love that.
A great shot. Thank you very much for the cake set, and happy birthday, Mila. And we got a lot of clouds hanging around here this morning. It's kind of fuzzy looking, so we do have a lot of humidity out there. We're not seeing any fog being reported, though. Now, there is some starting to develop out in portions of the hill country. Uvalde at 7 miles visibility right now, 4 at Pleasanton. So that's starting to kind of thicken up ever so slightly. And a lot of times this tends to creep up slightly northward. We would start to see some off to the east, but Randolph and New Braunfels, we don't have any as of right now. But again, in the next couple of hours, watch out for some of this patchy fog to maybe start to move into areas. Still holding steady with temperatures. I don't think any of these numbers have changed all morning long because of the cloud cover, because of the high humidity, with these dew points well up in the upper 50s, even some low 60s out there. We will start to see a bit of a drop in the humidity later on this afternoon. Slight bit of a dry line is going to move on through here. Not a huge drop, but just it won't be as humid when we're up in the upper 70s, which is good news. Dew points have gone up anywhere from 15 close to 20 degrees compared to this time yesterday morning. So that much more humidity moved on in here. So again, temperatures stay pretty steady. We may fluctuate a degree or two when it's all said and done. Lots of clouds, some of that patchy fog. More sunshine by later on in the morning. 71 at noon. So a jacket this morning just because, it's coolish, and it's that dampish cool with all that humidity out there, and then plenty of sunshine later on today. It's going to be a beautiful day, albeit definitely on the warm side. That northwesterly wind will pull in that slightly drier air, and as we go on into the rest of the week, humidity is going to it drops a little bit later on today, but it's going to stay up enough tomorrow. Then it's really going to be dropping off with another front moving through midweek, and that's going to maybe touch off a couple of sprinkles around here as we go into the middle part of the week. Humidity tries to come back in Saturday and then back down again with another front on Sunday. But it's not as though we're seeing any huge blast of cold air. Only one day with a normal high temperature, that being Saturday. Low temperatures, yes, it will be cooler by the end of the week, but not anything really back down to normal, even on that graph. So the forecast today, just be on the lookout for some humidity this morning. 71 at noon, partly cloudy skies and slightly lower humidity than this afternoon. 78 for a high temperature, very warm, 15 above normal. We go into tomorrow even hotter. We're almost 20 above normal, up in the low 80s. And then that front moves through on Wednesday. A couple of showers early in the morning. We're still going to be at 76 degrees. Then we'll slowly get cooler toward the end of the week. And 70s both Thursday, Friday, 63. It'll be kind of cool. Kind of a good day to kind of hunker down inside. Lots of clouds, showers around here on Saturday.
It's a perfect time to catch up on all the movies like Steven was talking about.
That's true. That's true. All right. Well, we have a day to do that. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Mike. 6:50, 63 degrees out.
And tomorrow on GMSA, important health news and some secret signs of cancer you should watch out for.
And before we head to break, one quick live look out at the Alamo City. Sun looks like it's starting to come up a little bit. We know we got a busy day in and around San Antonio. A lot more to talk about in just a bit. All right, the news you need to know before you go, and you probably already know by now. Super Wild Card Weekend wrapping up tonight with one of the most anticipated games of the first round of the NFL playoffs. And here's the best part. It's on KSAT 12. The GOAT, Tom Brady, taking on America's team. The 8-9 Tampa Bay Buccaneers hosting the 12-5 Dallas Cowboys. First round of the playoffs. Tom Brady facing a team he's never lost to.
They have a great team. I played them, quite a bit over the years, and I have a lot of respect for the organization, their history. They are a lot of great players.
All right, the Cowboys struggled in the playoffs since their Super Bowl run in the 90s, including last year's disappointing first-round loss to the Niners. The key to the game, Cowboys defense, putting pressure on Brady. And like we've been saying, KSAT 12, come join us. 7:15 is the kickoff.
A lot of people will be glued to the TV tonight.
Do you want to give your guess who's going to win?
Hoping Dallas.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. Steven, what about you?
We'll see.
Cowboys, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Texas. Got
Never a doubt.
Cowboys. All right, let's get a quick look at around town, guys. Just a quick reminder, although it's been quiet out there so far, we do have the big MLK March taking place at 10. Expect to see some road closures right there along Martin Luther King Drive as where the march is expected to begin, stretching about 3 miles and should end at Pittman Sullivan Park along Iowa Street. So again, that march does begin at 10 a.m. as we saw from Sarah Acosta's live shot. Folks were already making their way down there, so just make sure you plan your commute ahead of time.
There is a lot of humidity, kind of a dampish cool out there this morning. Lots of clouds, obviously. Temperatures are in the upper 50s, low 60s. And visibility, a little bit of fog around Gonzales, Pleasanton, Uvalde. So there are hints of it. Just kind of be on the lookout for some of this to try and form up in the next couple of hours. And then a lot more sunshine later on today. Very warm, 78 degrees, slightly lower humidity. Very warm, even warmer tomorrow. Another front midweek. Cools us slightly, maybe a couple of sprinkles Wednesday, and then another couple of sprinkles, showers on Saturday. What's the line on the game?
Right now, 2.5. So right now, yeah, Cowboys at Tampa Bay, favored by 2.5 points. Are you going to throw down a large wager?
No.
No. Absolutely not.
On paper, Cowboys should win.
Okay.
It just seems like, though, that Brady sort of has their number a little bit. There may be that little bit of,
We'll
the
see.
yips with the Cowboys.
Yeah. Tonight on KSAT 12.
Take a break. We'll see you back here at 9 a.m.